perpetuating that criminality from the street. It's never going to go away because you're keeping the gangster out of prison, perpetuating the drug market.
And the meagre wages paid to cops don't help matters either.
Any policeman at a lowish level or even high up is open to corruption because of the disparity between what the drug lords get paid and what the state pays to police it.
And at the same time, this huge increase in distrust and in the way in which the public kind of view the police as corrupt or potentially corrupt.
So the crisis seemingly continues to escalate.
Since they can't turn to the police, individuals, groups, and communities are addressing the violence associated with the drug trade themselves.
Are we going to have to run around with guns like this? Is that the thing that's going to happen?
Bulldog, an ex-policeman, told me that the residents have now set up their own patrols to deal with crime. So far, 4 volunteers have been killed and Bulldog himself was wounded only 6 months ago.
Why does the community have to do this? Why not the police? I see the police people on the streets of Alexandria. Why don't they do it?
They're not there when things happen. Things sometimes might not happen inside the house.
Mob justice. I saw Zayana Kangaluto. Umangabe umulala umuntu likwabhibini bakho akirele kama kereke. The 10 commandments in the ring.
Peters was at least the 11th gang leader to be assassinated in the Western Cape. Since the Muslim organization People Against Gangsterism and Drugs, they started marching in the homes of gang leaders and warned them that they would be executed unless they stopped their illegal activities. 68 gangsters were targeted by Haggard in a 5-month period between March and July 1998. 24 gang leaders and gangsters were killed. Many more were assassinated after this period.
With the increasing rise of gang violence in Cape Town over the past few weeks, Haggard has once again hit the street, targeting drug dealers and making their presence felt.
The convoy of cars, police vans, and even a Casper make their way through the streets of Athlone and Rylands. Haggard are targeting drug dens and hotspots.
But despite all the killings, the drug trade is alive and well and living.
The killing of gang leaders or other senior gang members have by no means stopped gangsterism or the drug trade.
Killing a person, silence a person, doesn't mean that you stop them. Because there's another Rashid who's gonna rise up. There's another Colin Stanley who's gonna rise up with the King Colin.
Clearly, the current prohibition approach is not working. Yet police and politicians peddle a state-of-course rhetoric totally disconnected from the reality of the situation.
Identify the drug lords, we identify the drug runners and get them arrested and sent to jail and throw the keys away.
We are the law, we enforce the laws, and we will maintain law and order in our country. Communities need to understand that they need to support us, but we cannot turn them into a vigilante force or into a police service.
It's clear the solutions offered by a course of monopoly will never succeed.
Currently, the enormous profit incentive for gangsters and organized crime to produce and sell these drugs in the illegal market is fueling the violent gang wars. Criminalization of drugs makes it harder for users to seek help. Instead, fills the prison. Addicts.
What happens is they lock up people and they cannot have it. So all you do is acid them.
So what if a different approach was taken? The war on drugs can't really be viewed as a success story. Millions of rands are thrown at the policing gangs and drug pushers. More money is spent on drug rehab programs. But it's a little consequence.
So what should be done? More of the same? How about a better strategy?
Our own central drug agency, upon the Portuguese model. Portugal decriminalized all drugs 12 years ago. The results have been remarkably encouraging.